So guys, I just want to say before we jump into this, thank you all so much. This last week has been crazy. You guys all deserve a huge pat on the back. We hit 200,000 subscribers. And for my 200,000 subscriber special, I want to talk about something that I honestly wasn't sure if I was ever going to really talk about in a video. And that just proves how much this YouTube has helped me and how much more confident it has made me, because I feel like I can come out and talk about this. So the people who knew me from the beginning of my channel, the people who have been watching me for a long time, you guys know that I actually used to, what brought me to where I am in the university that I am and doing kind of what I am is football. I was a high school football player. I had a pretty good high school career. I was a quarterback, and I ended up going to play university on scholarship across the whole, all the way across Canada, because I don't live at home right now. Some of you guys might not know. The closest person I know lives about a 7 or 8, or probably it's 7-hour flight away from me. So that is where I am. And then all of a sudden one day, I just stopped talking about football. And I want to tell you guys that story today. Okay, so this video is going to be kind of in two parts. I'm going to talk about the physical reason of why I quit, and then like the mental reason. And then at the end of the video, I'm going to do kind of a talk to you guys. I feel like this story is not just me to talk about this. There's a bigger meaning that I want to get to in this video. So I have some clips that I am going to show you guys on the screen right now of what my fundamental error was. Because I could throw the ball a mile. I always had a really, really good arm, but I had one big problem. And I have a highlight video that I will put in the description that I posted a long time ago on my channel. But I had one major problem. And here I'm going to show some highlights and see if you guys can pick it up. So here, let's start this right now. So first throw, I slow it down, and what do you guys notice about my release? I didn't make it blatantly obvious there. You see I throw the ball down for a touchdown. Right there. What do you see? What do you see right there? That was my biggest problem as a quarterback. That was my biggest problem. I was a baseball player. I played shortstop my whole life. This clip, I just kind of like this clip, so I just threw this clip in for no reason. That arm angle. So you can see, as I showed before, the arm angle is what killed me. So my quarterback instead, I go to that tape was good enough, got me quite a few offers across the country. I picked a school, I came here, but I immediately was told I had to change my arm motion. I also had to gain a lot of weight. I came to university at 173 pounds. I now weigh 205. I kind of veer between 205, 210. I'll put some clips on the screen of what I used to look like. You'll be able to see a massive weight difference. So that is probably, that is one of the reasons, and that leads up to something else. So that arm motion I played my whole first year. The coach approached me right off the bat because one of the quarterbacks from before, he wasn't doing very good. He quit. He was the older guy. And he approached me and he asked me, hey, like, Brett, I know that when I brought you here, the plan was to redshirt you, do all this stuff, and keep you, so we could keep your year of eligibility. And that was my plan. But after that guy quit, he approached me and he's like, hey, do you want to start dressing and kind of preparing yourself to become the backup quarterback on the team? Which, to me, I don't know why I said this. We weren't having a very good season, and I told him that I would rather to use my redshirt year and learn. So that whole season, I was literally beside the coach the whole time. Me and the coach were very, very close. I'd meet with him all the time. I drive to the games with like the trainers and stuff, and I'd stand the whole game right next to the coach on the sidelines, just trying to learn as much as possible. And throughout the year, I found my release was getting a little bit better. I was enjoying things. But after the season, that coach immediately got fired. The guy who was the main reason that I came to the school, and the guy was honestly the main reason that I decided to even keep pursuing football, he ended up getting fired. So I was in a tough spot. So going into spring camp, the other coach comes up to me, and I always in practice would show off my hands. Because I always felt like, and the coach still says, I have really, really big hands. And he thought I had the best hands on the team. Because I used to, before practice, like I remember one day, it was really, really rainy out, and all the receivers were struggling to catch the ball, and I was literally palming. Because I had no problem catching the ball. And my speed, I was the fastest quarterback on the team. My speed was getting better because I was smaller. I was in a different kind of weight range. I was in like, probably at that point, like 180. So I came here at 173. So I was quite fast. I'm not gonna lie, I was quite fast. So he approached me, do you want to try receiver because we were bringing in a big-time U.S. recruit and going for, because in Canada how it works is they recruit a lot of older guys. So the guy we actually brought in to be the new starter, our starting quarterback was 24. The guy we were bringing in was 24 and had D1 experience down in the States. And he was coming up, kind of just wanted to make his rounds, wanted to start for his last season. So there's two 24-year-olds. My chances of starting at quarterback were zero, especially with my release and how slow it was taking me to get balls to the flats and stuff. I needed to make a change. So I changed to receiver. So in the whole offseason, all last summer when I was doing those Diamond Dynasty, I was training to become a receiver. I was every single day trying my best, getting my speed up, learning how to run routes. Because when you're a quarterback, you don't really understand that stuff. It's not something that comes super naturally to a quarterback. So I spent the whole summer training, literally every single day, running sprints, all that stuff. Also trying to gain weight, trying to get bigger. I think that was one of my flaws though, that I gained a little bit too much weight where I lost a little bit of my quickness. But let's move on into training camp. So we go into training camp, all the new QBs are there, and I'm feeling pretty good about myself. I really am, but near the end of the summer, about a month and a half before that, I started to get major shin splints. I had never done drills where I was constantly going for foot speed and stuff. So my shin splints start to get really, really bad. I'm completely bruised all the way down. So the last like 2 or 3 weeks, I'm getting like physio every day, getting needles in the back, trying to reduce it. Finally, at the end, it gets a little bit better. So going into camp, which was 2-a-days, the morning was agility. So once I got to school, I know I'm kind of jumping around here, the morning was agility. It was 2.5 hours of ladder drills. And I was feeling really, really good. The first 2-3 days of that, about day 4, I start to feel the shin splints come back. Very, very painful, bruising my whole entire leg, and it was driving me crazy. But I was doing really, really good in the drills and stuff. I've never felt that good. I had people coming up to me, DBs on the team, saying how good I was doing. Coaches were really, really happy. I have one clip, because I got kicked off the Huddle account when I quit, but I have one clip of me running. It's super hard to see, but it might give you guys an idea of kind of like, I'm a lot faster than people I think ever would give me credit for seeing me on camera. I just have a huge baby face. So you can kind of see me here. I'll start the clip right now. I am the guy running, and that was just one clip from practice. That was a 4th-year DB, and I absolutely burned him. I remember that practice. Every single, like pretty much every route I ran, I was just catching the ball. A ton of confidence. Okay, so all that went down. I'm feeling good about receiver, hopefully trying to crack that dress roster as a 19-year-old. But then after the splints start to get really, really bad. Also, they start bringing in new guys. You guys know how university football works. They start bringing in everybody wants to see the shiny new toy that comes in. So they start getting guys from Chicago, places like that, guys that don't know the playbook as well as me, but guys who are very, very more faster than me. I'm not gonna lie. My best trait was my hands. Guys that were able to run the sprints super fast, running like 4.5 40s, and I could not quite keep up to them. So they kind of started to gain the attention. Also, we go into camp, and I was just honest, they were taping up my leg every single practice. They were putting a huge thing around it and taping it, trying to reduce the pain. But it got to the point where I was honestly taking 3 ibuprofens before, and I couldn't do anything about it. I was feeling worthless. I was kind of on the fringe of a dress, but I think there was 20 receivers, 18? I don't know, 16 to 18 receivers on the team, about 8 or 9 dressed. And I think I was kind of on the fringe of dressing, but I honestly had no idea if I was going to. But it was at that point when I quit. And you might be saying, like, why would you quit after that? Well, this is where the mental side of the story comes in. That was kind of the physical reason I talked about my football, the mental stress, and university football, and the effect it had on me. So the whole atmosphere of football has never been my favorite. I would never say that I'm not a partier. I don't drink. I've never had alcohol in my life. I don't smoke. I don't do anything. I'm very against that stuff. And not saying it's all bad, like it's terrible things. It's just when you're in a university football environment, you're exposed to a lot of those things. The people you're going to be around are going to be doing a lot of that. So the first year I was able to deal with it a little bit better. I had like a few really, really close friends on the team. They did it. I didn't really have to. But then the second year, it just, I wasn't really enjoying. The team atmosphere changed completely. The new coach used to play, he's like a former US guy. He had certain guys that he brought in who I didn't love. It wasn't that I didn't like the atmosphere. It was not that they're bad people is what I'm trying to say. It was just a different atmosphere than the year before. So I didn't love that. Also, when I got there, I honestly was just feeling the effects. I didn't think I really loved football as much as I thought I did. I was dreading practice. I was going to bed when I'm thinking of that 7:30 a.m. meeting and then two-a-days, just dreading it. I came there at 2:03. One weekend, I was down to 190. I was sick. I couldn't eat. I physically could not eat because of the mental stress that football was causing me. Also, having the YouTube channel, which at the time was at 70,000 subscribers, posting just MLB content, trying to juggle football, MLB, and not really knowing what to do, I had to make a decision of what I wanted. And YouTube, this is where it comes to you guys. Without YouTube, I don't know if I would have made the decision. Without YouTube, I don't know if I would have been able to go into the coach's office that day and tell him that I know I moved all the way across the country to do this, but I have to stop playing. And I'm like, without having you guys and having this support system, I think it honestly would have been impossible. And that is the message that I want to send to all of you guys. I quit because I love YouTube more. I really, really like football. I will play football my whole life, but I like YouTube more. And I think a lot of times in life, people start telling you and your family members start pressuring you. And that wasn't really the case as much with me, to keep playing and like, oh, you got to play football. Why would you ever give up a university football scholarship and playing? But in the end, it's about you. You have to do what pleases you. When I jumped out on a limb, when I was at 70,000 subscribers and said, I'm going to quit football and focus football, which I've been focusing on, not my whole life. I think I started in grade 10, but I've been focusing on getting a scholarship since then. To quit for YouTube, a lot of people are going to look at you differently. But this message isn't to tell you guys to quit. This message is to tell you guys if there's something that you want. The only person that matters is you. If you want to do something, if you want to start a YouTube channel and focus on it, go do it. Other people are going to try and shape your life for you. Other people are going to try and tell you what you should do. You might get involved in the atmosphere of the football team, walking around with the cool jackets, stuff like that. Other people are going to try and make you feel like you can, but in the end, it is all about you. So I want every single one of you guys watching this to know to just follow your dreams. Do what you want. It's not about, and like I sad to say, it's not what your parents want. It's not what your friends want you to do. You have to find what you truly enjoy and just go with it. YouTube has completely changed my life. It has given me confidence that I have never had before. I love being able to make videos for you guys. I look forward to this every single day. And I'm at 200. I can't believe it. One thing I've never said, the day that I quit football, I took a bus to the mall and picked up NBA 2K. And I said, I'm going to try this game out. And that game has pretty much got me where I am today. So sometimes you just got to go out on a limb. And when out on a limb, I don't know what I just said. And like, sometimes you gotta leave the coach's office after a tough decision and just say, you know what? That's not for me. I'm gonna go get what I really want. And I'm gonna go focus on what I really want. And I just wanna say thank you guys so much for all the support. If you're here, hit subscribe too. You might as well join the club. 200,000 of you guys. God bless. I wanted to share this story. Walker did a video like this, very, very similar. I actually messaged Walker to make sure it was okay that I did this. He's a really, really cool guy. Go check him out. His video will be down below as well. But thank you guys all so much for watching. God bless you. Thank you for 200,000 subscribers. This story was hard for me to tell. Not something I've ever really thought I would tell. But I'm really, really glad I did. And yeah, just thank you guys so much. And I will see you guys tomorrow morning.